Ottawa County health officer facing a possible removal from office nearly a year after commissioners first tried to get rid of her. After nearly 7 hours of testimony, a removal hearing has wrapped up in West Olive.
8 current and former Ottawa County employees were called to the stand. And News 8's Byron Tollefson was there all day and has more on the continuing legal battle.
The Ottawa County Board of Commissioners, controlled by the conservative group Ottawa Impact, is holding this removal hearing, accusing Hambly of misconduct in the way she handled negotiations having to do with significantly decreasing the health department budget. A former judge in charge, 8 witnesses testifying, and lawyers cross-examining them. A hearing over removing Ottawa County Health Officer Adeline Hambly played out just like a trial. Hambly is accused of incompetence, misconduct, and neglect of duty during negotiations over cutting her budget. Her lawyer, Sarah Howard, called current and former county workers to the stand, arguing that Hambly was only focused on the health department's best interest. One of the witnesses, former county administrator John Shea, who was fired when Ottawa Impact took over. Hambly was initially appointed by the previous board last December, before the new board tried ousting her at the start of the year. John Shea testified that he met with Chairman Joe Moss and other Ottawa Impact affiliated commissioners and told them that Hambly would be appointed that December.
What was their reaction to that?
They were upset with that. They felt that the incoming board should make that decision and not the outgoing board.
Hambly's attorney tried to show that she was cut out of negotiations during the budget process. A former deputy administrator in John Gibbs's office, who has since resigned, testified it was difficult to communicate with Gibbs. But in some conversations, Waterman says Gibbs expressed concerns over standing up to the Ottawa Impact Board.
He would often use the phrase, and I think other employees heard him say this, that he didn't want to end up at the bottom of a river.
What did that mean to you?
It meant that if he didn't follow the directives of the board to a T, that his job would be in jeopardy.
County Board lawyer David Kallman told News 8 after the hearing that Waterman's testimony was a sham. Kallman didn't present his own witnesses because he said this hearing is about giving Hambly the chance to respond to these allegations. Still, he attempted to show that Hambly was never cut out of budget negotiations and her department wasn't treated any differently. He says he's pleased with how things went today and pointed to one piece of testimony where the county's fiscal services director testified that Gibbs never told her to cut Hambly out of the budget process. This hearing resumes at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning with more testimony, public comment, commissioner debate, and potentially a final vote. I talked to the county board's lawyer, David Kallman, after the hearing. He said he was very pleased by the testimony, and the reason why he didn't present any witnesses is this is about giving Hambly's attorneys 2 days to present any witnesses they have. Tomorrow, we're expected to hear from Hambly and County Administrator John Gibbs on the stand. We'll be there. In West Olive, Byron Tollefson, News 8.